Sister, I should explain. All that fuss today was... well...
I still can't get over how stupid Rella's, like, sleeves look, dude.
Is it safe for you to come to such a public place?
What? No, it's fine. It's not like we caused a riot or anything. We even explained ourselves to Forden's satisfaction. Actually...
That's not what I meant. You're the songstress, remember?
Ah, yes. Suppose you're right.
I know we talked before about the loophole in the King's protective magic, but I never thought you would be the one to strike Luis down. And that lance you presented, I take it that's why you went to Virga Island.
We didn't mean for it to be such a spectacle. It didn't exactly go according to plan. But at least we kept a tyrant off the throne.
And that's why I was wondering if I could ask you something. About Sanctifex Forden. What kind of man he really is.
Because, well, now that Luis is out of the picture, we know who's got the best chance.
Me! I have the best chance! I'm the best to ever do it!
A man as powerful as him, well, you know how it is. You hear all kinds of nasty rumors swirling about. I'm just wondering if there's any truth to them.
Tuna, are you seriously trying to dig up dirt on Sanctifex Forden? On Saint's Day of all days?
Oh, loosen up a bit. You can't deny that people talk, and God knows they always have. Especially about the night of the attack. Asking how anyone could sneak into the castle, let alone get to the prince. Whether some official ordered the assassination. Remember when those rumors started? Father was on edge for days. I remember even when I hadn't said anything, he'd scold me and send me away. I don't suppose you ever heard if there was any truth to that. Sorry. I don't mean to dance around it so... It's just not an easy thing to ask about. I was talking with one of our allies, Hulkenberg. She said Forden mentioned something he couldn't have known, unless he was actually there, the night of the attack. Unlikely as it is, if it turns out Forden was involved, she won't suffer him being crowned. She'll be out for vengeance. And you're the eldest daughter of House Cygnus, a Sanctist family. The people would see you as an accomplice to a man who had a hand in killing the royals. I couldn't bear to let that happen. You don't deserve that. I need to know the truth.
Then, suppose His Eminence Forden were guilty of such sin. What would you do with him? With the Sanctist Church?
What do you mean?
Well, I was but a girl of only 12 years. I knew nothing about the inner workings of the crown theocracy.
Sister? What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm fine. If a tad overworked. All these new developments and tragic events, I'm just run a little ragged, that's all.
Is there some kind of spell on her very heart that stops her from going against Forden? I could see that being a thing.
Sister.
I'll be fine. Really. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. If I am to be the people's saint, I must be strong enough to play the part. Maybe I'll hold off on the harder drinks today, just to be safe. It's been a long time since we could spend some simple time together like this. It's like we're just two sisters visiting Montario for the holiday. I'll see you again soon.
What if it was Rella? Seems Juno wasn't able to get much from Rella.
About that.
If Rella won't talk, then we'll have no choice but to pry the truth out of Forden tomorrow.
Rest.
I'm sure you've got lots on your mind, but I can tell that you're tired. Let's just rest up and get ready for tomorrow. Wild times. Could Forden truly have killed His Highness? If the attack was by his hands, we must have our answers from him, no matter the means. True culprit behind the curse must be brought to justice and fast. His Highness's life is at stake.
That's Luis.
Luis was by no means an innocent man, but we've still killed someone we shouldn't have. Well, it's not so much that I feel guilty, but I have a sense of foreboding. I hope it's only my imagination. Forden, that cur. I'd long believed the church was not as pristine as it presented, but this, if he truly was the man behind the attack, we must reclaim the spear and swiftly. We've finally taken down our greatest foe, yet it seems we can't celebrate just yet. I was naive to think taking down Luis would solve our problems. Yeah, that was pretty naive of you. We murdered Luis, but the prince's curse is unbroken. We went through so much to get here, I can't help but feel conflicted. And to make things worse, Rella seems to be hiding something. She's never been a very good liar. Things are getting wild.
Good night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Now, let's get this year's Saints' Day Festival of Montario underway. We will begin with a few words from His Eminence, Sanctifex Forden.
Looks like Dracodios hasn't left his side.
Today is a day of great celebration. A day to offer up our thanks to God. But first, an announcement. Luis is dead. The royal family's murderer has been put to justice. Now much of the kingdom's trust lies with me. Even this king-defying lance is safe in my hands. I would not see further bloodshed in endless, futile conflict. Is it not past time for reconciliation and open dialogue as a newly forged nation?
He's talking as if the race is already over. What about deciding the winner?
All but a formality now, isn't it? His Eminence has the overwhelming majority on his side. Better to establish peace now and crown Sanctifex Forden.
No. He would end the tournament here and now.
So he's just going to call the race while he's ahead? How convenient.
Can he do that? Like, the king's giant floating death rock is what decides the end of it, is it not?
But the throne's decided by the king, not this tournament.
Forden only had to abide by that when he had Luis to compete with. If he ends this while he's this far ahead, we won't be able to reverse it.
Oi! The game's not over yet, you cocky bastard!
We only seek to submit to the will of the people. Though you would be wise to quit the race with all speed.
Forden for the throne! Then we will finally have peace! Hail His Majesty Forden! Long live His Majesty Forden!
Damn him. The people already believe him the victor. Tournament won or no, his dominance will soon be unshakable.
Let's go. We reclaim the lance, now!
Now? Are you out of your mind?
If he's going to keep it close to hand, we'll never have a chance to swap it out. We'll have to take it by force.
Can Yufa not just yoink it from him?
We have no choice.
If there really is no other way.
So you were after this lance all along? Loyalists indeed. How many more candidates must die by your hand?
His smuggler is horrific, distorted. It's sickening.
Is he a human? In some fashion?
What did you? How dare you, you pagan wretch! You would steal this holy lance for your own vile ends. That alone is treason against the kingdom, you filthy assassins.
Assassins? Then we're in good company. That night, you were the one behind the attack on His Royal Highness. You framed Luis for your crime and banished him from the palace. Do you deny it?
Precisely the sort of baseless claims I'd expect from desperate sinners.
Baseless, is it? In that case, shall we produce proof of your treason?
Please ask him to take off his shirt.
You waste your breath. What do your words matter now? The royal family is gone. Luis is dead. Only I remain. And only I am fit for the throne.
Bro, you're starting to sound more and more unhinged.
You vile traitor!
You call His Eminence a traitor? Preposterous! The Sanctifex is incapable of such deeds!
Your Majesty Forden, punishment to the disloyal. Judge these ruffians with your divine lance.
That's my divine lance?
Behold, the flock has spoken. Those who defy me are to be executed. Before you die, know that I am in your debt for killing Luis and handing me the crown.
Del, what the hell's going on? I thought the prince's curse was supposed to be off.
It's clearly not. The prince's assassination, the whole lot. It was all the Sanctists. It was all that bastard pulling the strings from the start. Wait, is that...
Luis?
You, identify yourself.
No shot. What is going on?
Who are you?
We're at a festival. Should we not be festive? I've come to meet you, Forden.
Luis? Impossible. How could you have survived? Not that it matters. It falls to me to finish the job, then. Coming here sealed your fate. Hell awaits, and this time I'll make sure you stay there. Face your divine punishment, Luis!
Dude straight up ran at him. Yo!
But why?
It appears your sins outweigh mine.
What have you done?
That lance is counterfeit, just like you.
What?
This is the true lance.
You snake, Luis.
Get played, idiot.
Did he just kill Sanctifex Forden?
What a gamer.
No. Impossible. Nothing to see here. The festival is cancelled. Cancelled.
What do you mean nothing to see here?
Del, Lord Luis is alive.
Okay, so they did end up bringing him back. Like, I mean, there were two ways this was gonna go. Like, make Forden super, like, the super evil final boss, or just bring Luis back somehow. I'm really curious as to, like, what their explanation is for him being alive, though, because they went to such lengths to be like, oh, his heart stopped at, like, it checked 3 times, etc. I guess it was probably whoever checked the body was actually working for Luis and not Forden, and then lied. We definitely stabbed him through the chest cavity, though. So, like...
What's going on?
Good people, you have heard the truth with your own ears. Forden was the vile mastermind behind the prince's assassination. For casting his sins upon me, for seeking to usurp the throne, I have passed due judgment. A tainted Sanctifex is unfit to rule.
I'm starting to think we never should have gotten this lance.
What's the matter? You seem lost for words.
You want to be friends again? You came back to life.
You came back to life?
You believe me resurrected? Even if I could defy death, I care nothing for the prospect.
Then how? How are you alive? Forden's own attendant confirmed your death.
Probably should have had more than one dude do that in hindsight.
Forden's attendant? You mean that fellow?
No! Zorba?
What?
Back at the Grand Cathedral, I ordered the dead to recover my body if the need arose.
I'd always intended for Forden to die by my hand. And the first step in his downfall was Zorba's infiltration.
I definitely did not expect to ever see this dude again. Like, I was definitely thinking, like, they could still 180 and just bring Luis back in some fashion. Like, I could see that. But, I did not expect Zorba to return ever.
Impossible. The lance pierced you through your very breastplate.
I can't wait for next stream when Forden comes back to life next.
It did indeed. And frankly, I'm still impressed. Few could land such a decisive blow against me. But I'm afraid fate was on my side, not yours.
Mortal anatomy is my speciality. I knew at first glance that the wound was deep, but the heart was intact. Lord Luis is destined for far greater than this. So I devised a plan. I would proclaim his death and deceive both Forden and his flock. After that, it was simply a matter of magically regenerating his flesh overnight. Only a fool would expect him to die in such a place.
This is a little whack, but I'll allow it. There have been stupider things in anime. The idea that Zorba was like, yeah, I just rebuilt all of his flesh is like, it's a little like, yeah, okay, sure you did. But, you know, it works. It's good enough.
I could have emerged as soon as I'd healed. But where's the theater in that? Today is a day of celebration. The least I could do is offer a fitting death out of mercy.
Why'd you have the real lance? Wasn't it supposed to have gone to Forden?
Wee bit slow on the uptake, eh? I just told you, I was present for the inspection. It was hardly a difficult task to swap out your counterfeit.
So you knew the truth of it?
Wait.
No. Have you always been ahead of us? Ever since the moment we thought Zorba dead?
You mean to tell me that Forden couldn't tell that the lance was fake? They made such a big deal about, like, oh, the magla that the lance gives would really, like, show if it was real or not, and he was just able to switch it out like it was nothing, and then Forden was just holding the fake one? I don't know about that one.
A holy lance, a convincing prop. What does it matter? Had I truly died, it would simply indicate that I was never fit for my ambitions. Power is the only true arbiter. Behold the proof. Forden lies dead, and the lance is in my hand, just as planned.
So, are you the one who cast the curse, then? That still wouldn't make sense, because why does Forden know that Hulkenberg slashed the person in the back? Was it Forden that cast the curse? But Luis is still, you know, Luis?
You let us do as we pleased, even knowing the risks. You're insane!
I mean, it worked out.
Indulge me a question. You stole the magic formula from me. Surely you soon learned that it was useless. That's why you then resorted to killing the caster. You were desperate to lift the spell. Is that not so? In other words, the curse's victim still draws breath. For that reason, you sought to kill me even amidst this competition, even with the difficulty of the king's magic in your way. So, His Venerable Highness the Prince survived. Where is he? Speak or die.
Oh, what a line! Uh-oh.
Please, spare us.
No!
Why are those people still here?
Stop! Leave them be!
How quickly the Sanctas break rank and flee. Their flock left to die. This is Sanctism.
No! Stop him!
Don't!
Oh no.
Out of the way!
Yeah, Fidelia or Basilio 1 is gonna die. I called it. Assuming one of them dies.
What?
Why?
Go! Run!
Come now.
Thank you. You protect them. Yet what value do they have to you?
It's not that! This is just wrong! It's wrong, me lords!
I see. So even you two faltered.
Yeah. Called it.
No! Fidelio!
What does this mean?
Hey! Wake up!
I get it now. Only fair thing in this world is power. With it, you can take whatever you want in this life. Or so I thought.
Tell.
But you know, if all the weak get left behind, who's left to protect them? I've been an idiot. Sorry about that.
Stop talking, Del.
I see it, you know. Our little diner. Music in the air. It's grand. Look after Lady Juna.
Hey, is Luis still standing there, by the way?
Hey. Tell?
Dad!